goddamn shoes keep coming untied. How's it going? I'm sure I've said it, I beat it into the ground, but this is where I was raised. And I'm very thankful for that. But, as a side story, I grew up, I lived in Central Phoenix for a long time, which I'm very excited about. But I grew up in Glendale. And my parents lived there, and yesterday, fortunately, we had a day off, so I had the luxury of getting to spend the entire day in Glendale with my family. And my parents were telling me a story. I guess one time, like, my mom, she was walking our dog. We have this gigantic ass. He's like massive. He's a Rottweiler, and she was walking him, and the lady next door. Apparently, there's like an 80-year-old woman, and she lives with her 40-year-old daughter. It's very Glendale, but she's got these 3 wiener dogs, and one time my mom was walking, and she ended up, like, basically the wiener dogs, like, ended up being like a pain in the ass, and she fractured her knee. It was a real bummer, but so my parents were sitting down the other day. They had the screen door over the door, and the door was open, because I think that, like, they're cheap, so they don't pay for air. I think that's how it's done. I don't know if it's how it's done in Mesa, but that's how it's done in Glendale. And they're sitting there, and the old lady walks up to the door. Like, she walks up to the screen door, and my dog starts, like, going crazy. She's unfazed by it. My dad pulls the dog aside, and he walks up, and he's like, "Yeah?" And she says, "No. No, actually, this is far fucking deeper than that." Don't ruin the punchline. So she walks up and she reaches into her pocket, she pulls out some money, and she says to my dad, "Here's $30, I killed your cat." And my dad says, "We don't have a cat." And I don't know how much further he got. The rest of the story was that the cat was in her backyard, and it might have, like, she didn't want her dogs to get to the cat. So she fucking offed the cat before the dogs even had a chance to do it. She didn't even, my dad, I wish, I pray that he's gonna go next door tomorrow and just say, well, yeah, obviously, but I pray that he's just gonna go next door and instead just be like, "And one more thing, how did you kill that cat?" But nonetheless, like...
Wait, Nate, I didn't know that she killed the cat because she thought her dogs were gonna kill the cat. This changes the story.
Well, I mean...
I thought she just murdered the cat.
Well, okay, so either your dogs are gonna off the cat, or you're, like...
If I knew Andrew was gonna kill you, okay? And I had, like, that kind of intel, and I loved you both so much that, I couldn't let Andrew do it.
I'm worth about $25, just to point out.
I think the gist of my story is that I'm hoping it ends with $500, but the point is, maybe I should kill you.
Or maybe you could grab me and say, like, "Here's the fence. I'm gonna put you up here."
The point was that she didn't want anything dead? She knew the dogs were gonna kill the cat.
No, she's into death. She's very into death. She's into death for hire, which is something that I hope no one in this room is that into. I mean, like, otherwise, I got about $40 for fucking Andrew's head.
I'm seeing like a Grey Gardens type situation. Right? And then like what I see is she sees the cat coming over the fence, and maybe I'm just really optimistic and romantic, and she sees her dogs, and it's like the end of Bridges in Madison County, except instead of a romance, she knows her dogs are going to kill the cat. So in a defiant act of love for the cat, she kills the fucking cat.
That's more like a
Listen, even if so. Sorry, go ahead.
That's more like a Mice and Men, where he tells him about the rabbits.
No one fucking. Apparently, someone saw Mice and Men. Have you seen it? Clap for Andrew.
It's poignant. It's a scenario. It's a Mice and Men meets Bridges in Madison County meets Hotel for Dogs meets Psycho.
Well, I not only though, I just don't understand why you wouldn't say sorry. I killed your cat. Here's $30. But whatever the fuck. This song is about my parents deciding to up and leave and move to Arizona. So that they can deal with that. It's called the gamble. Slow down, we have time left to be lazy. All the kids are bloom from babies and the flowers in our eyes. We got 50 good years left to spend out in the garden. I don't care to beg your pardon, we still live until we die. We were barely 18 when we crossed collective hearts. It was cold, but it got warm. When you barely crossed my hand, and your tongue put out your hand. And when you asked me to dance, I'd do nothing on romance, but it was all the second time. I swear when I go, I won't just buy you a rose. I will buy the flowers shop, and you will never be lonely. Even if the sun stops waking up over the field, I will not leave. I will not leave till it's time. Will you take my hand? You know that I'll never leave your side. It was a winter of aces. All the fields are frozen over, so we moved to Arizona to turn into a man. Though he thinks just like his mother, he believes we're all just lovers. He's holding everyone, and even though she moved away, we always get caught from our daughter. She is eyes just like her father's. They are blue and skies are gray, and just like him, she never stops, never takes the day for granted. Looks for everything this headed to, never once complain. And you think that I need, I really lost you. When the doctors try to take you away, but the night you took my hand beside a fire 30 years ago. To this day, you swore you'll be here till we decide that it's our time, but it's not time. You never quit in all your life. Will you take my hand? You know that I'll never leave your side. You're the love of my life, and you know that I'll never leave your side. This is Jack in the City. The